toilet paper to keep the blood off her fingers.
Did she come with you to the restroom to get that toilet paper?
Wait a minute now. No, I had it in the kitchen. I keep all my stuff in my kitchen cabinets right there. I just opened up and got some toilet paper.
Okay.
So, a few minutes later, she wipes the blood off her fingers. A few minutes later, I'm still sitting there. I got the Titanic plugged into the TV, but I got it on set. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
She gets on home, we're watching in the living room. I got to stick the TV. So, Hartman's on the phone, still talking to my sister. And,
get a different view.
Find it here somewhere.
So her tooth started bleeding.
Anyway, here it is. What's Hartman say in her police report?
Read it.
It says right here. His phone rang a few times. A couple phone calls to some of his people. She did, and she said that while she was on the phone, Willie gave Amanda a Pepsi. Amanda started to wander around the house, and Willie gave her a tour.
Did you give her a tour? You gave that little girl a tour of your house?
Sure did.
After her tooth was bleeding or before?
Right after her tooth was bleeding.
You stopped the bleeding with the tissue?
She did.
The little girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I went in the first bedroom. I got I think it was a 30-inch TV in my first bedroom. I turned it on, showed her it works. I went to the bathroom. I turned the 27-inch TV on in the bathroom. I showed her it works. I'm coming out of the bathroom. I thought she was behind me. I looked back. She said, I need to use the bathroom. This weren't told to the jury because I forgot about it. Okay, she closed the door. I said, you get through. I said, come back to the back bedroom. So she was in there for a few minutes. I don't know. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. I don't know.
And where was her mom when the little girl was in your restroom?
My sister.
Oh, on the phone talking to your sister.
So, next thing I know, Amanda's opened the door and come in the bedroom. I done turned the air conditioner on. This is the only room I got air conditioning. And I got the TV on, and I'm sitting there trying to flick through the channels when she walked in the door. So she jumped up on the bed, and I'm showing her how to work remote control. She's sitting on the bed like this, follow me, her feet out like this, looking, and I got my remote control around her like this, showing her how to work it.
Yeah.
And by that time, Hartman walked into the room.
Yeah.
The door.
Wait, was the door closed?
Yes.
When you and that little girl was in that room?
Door was closed with me and her in there.
Just you two?
Yeah, just me and her.
And
Hartman was on the phone.
And you were sitting on the bed?
Yeah, and Amanda was sitting on the bed, and I'm showing her how to work the remote control to the TV.
Okay.
I never had the Titanic on because it's still in the living room.
All right.
So Hartman come in there. We all went back into the living room and started watching the Titanic.
Okay.
I done got the air conditioning going in there. It's a little warm in there. I had trouble breathing from a panic attack. I said, let's take the movie, go in the bedroom. We can watch it in there. Hartman said, okay. So we all went to the bedroom. That's when we started watching the movie in the bedroom. She told the jury the way it was wired, I could watch the Titanic any room in the trailer. I can only watch the Titanic only when I put it in the VCRs. And each one of the bedrooms is set the bathroom. I didn't have a VCR for the bathroom, but the other three I did.
Did Amanda's mother know about her tooth that was bleeding, Willie?
No, I never. Hey, I got 5 kids myself. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I pulled her teeth most of them up until about 7 years of age, and kids pull their own teeth too sometimes. And there's no big deal about a kid tooth bleeding, so I didn't think while jumping up there, say, hey, the mother, hey, her tooth bleeding, It never dawned on me something like this later on was going to come out.
Did it bleed a lot or just a couple of drops?
It's just a little bit of blood on her fingers, which I didn't want her getting on my chair and table. So, Hartman said she wanted to see the movie Titanic, so we turned it on. Who was wanting to see it?
The name you just said.
You see, she said she wanted to see it, but that ain't what she told the jury.
So your attorney didn't know about that part?
He had all this. They had all this. Okay, this right here shows you a neighbor, Elizabeth Bailey or something.
Yeah, I read that.
Okay, She says Amanda's out at the bus stop before daylight. She's had to make her come in her house several times because she was by herself in the dark. But they told the jury she was scared of the dark, to make the jury think she wouldn't never leave that house by herself to go out in the dark. Hey, I don't know if the lady's lying or telling the truth. She's the next door neighbor. I can't say. But the jury was never showed that. Okay, Roger Miller.
Yeah, I read that.
What's her name? No, it's Roy Brown, excuse me. Roy Brown. What's he say about his ex-wife? He says he lied. He and his ex-wife did not get along, but Mr. Brown did not get along. But he still saw his daughter from time to time. He advised he had not seen her for several days. Well, that can't be if he had picked her up the night before, took her to his house and took her to school the last day he saw her. So that can't be right. Because he supposed to took her to school the last time he saw her.
Okay.
He came home from school. Then later on, I came over to Hartman's house that day because she invited me back from the night before. I didn't even know she had a daughter.
When you met her at the bar that first night, you didn't know she had any children?
God, I didn't. Swear to God.
You met her one...
Stopped me from going over there if she had told me, but I didn't know it.
So you met her one night, and the very next night you found out that she had a child?
Right. And I went over to see her that evening.
And she didn't talk about a child when you were at the bar?
No, swear to God. But they've got two different versions of that. She's told in police reports and depositions at first that she did not discuss her having a daughter because she was with her husband and had no reason to bring her up at the bar to me. But now she says yes, she did. So as credibility, it should have been showed to the jury. You understand what I'm saying? Okay.
So Willie, because we got...
Okay. You see right here, she said she called my house. Hartman did at 6:30.
Yes.
When the man had come up missing. Well, the phone records proved she didn't.
So who did she call?
She called my daughter, Cindy Gay. But she said she spoke to me. She spoke to me. But she told the jury after I didn't call her back, she called my daughter to make it look real bad on me. She said she called me. I was supposed to call her back because I was busy putting my boat in the water. She said Crain never called her back. So she called my daughter. Lies. She called my daughter first. But she said she called me. How she called me? Because she looked my number up on her ID. Yeah. My daughter's number was on her ID before I called her the night before asking her supper was going to be ready. That's why she called that number. I'm not saying Hartman kidnapped her daughter. I'm not saying she had anything to do with her daughter being missing. I'm just saying the lies and the inconsistencies the jury weren't told about. Okay. Roy Brown says Amanda gets up and makes her own breakfast and everything, gets herself clothes. And she's always gone when he goes to pick her up down the street. So that kid was well known going around different places, and Hartman didn't know where she was at.
How old was Amanda? 6 or 7?
7.5, I think.
7.5?
Yeah. And there was a predator on the same street as her, a couple houses down.
Did they investigate?
Well, what I've read, they said they talked to him. They didn't find nothing, to arrest him for. They asked Hartman, did Hartman know anything about him? And Hartman didn't have no one way or the other knowing he had any contact with her.
Did he have a blue truck?
Huh?
Did he have a truck? A blue truck?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. I just let you know what I found out, what that I've read. Now, they told the jury there was no blood in Kathryn Hartman's home. Now, luminol, you know what luminol is?
Yeah, that...
Luminol does tell.
Yes, it...
Right there.
Yes, it does.
It ain't mixed with bleach.
Right.
Because if it's mixed with bleach, they can't say if it's blood or bleach. You follow me? What's it say right here in Kathryn Hartman's home at the bottom line?
I can't read it.
They didn't say anything about bleach. They used luminol.
Luminol. I see it.
They found blood. They told the jury there weren't no blood. Wait a minute. Wait, somebody ain't telling the truth here. I'm not saying it's blood. I'm just telling you what the police report says when they done the luminol and what they told the jury. I'm not saying there was blood there. I'm not saying when it got there, how it got there. Hey, everybody bleeds sometime or another in their home. So that could have been a long time ago. But it sure was different than what they swore to in deposition, I mean, trial. There was blood. They said there wasn't none. Okay.